Assalamualaikum grade 9. How are you today? It's very well, right? Okay, before we start this one, so how about we pray first? Pray starts now. Press done. Okay, next. This part we will learn still in module 2, and this one is all about news. Okay, just take a seat and focus. So in your book, maybe you see the different article. In your book, it's written there in page 16. You will see the classic news, but basically it's the same. Okay, in my book, it's about the waking news. So in this part, you just match the picture with the sentence. In your book, you will see the articles, some articles like a new federation, a unique waterway, and the tribute to a king. So you just match the pictures with those articles. Next. This part we learn about the past tense. I'm pretty sure that some of you didn't know yet how to compose the past tense. I mean the verb in past tense. Let's see this video.
Well, hello, I'm Emma from English. Today, I want to share an important tip to help you improve your English pronunciation. Actually, I'll share a couple of tips, but they all relate to the pronunciation of past tense regular verbs. Now, the spelling of regular verbs is easy. You just take the regular verb and you add a D or an ED to the end of the infinitive form. So some examples: want becomes wanted, ask becomes asked, and rain becomes rained. Or if the verb actually ends in a Y, then usually we replace that Y with an I and then add ED.
Okay, here you will see how to change the verb into the ed form. Jadi bagaimana caranya merubah kata kerja, verb itu kan kata kerja ya, kata kerja dasar menjadi bentuk past tense. Tinggal ditambahin ed, atau tinggal tambahin d aja, atau tinggal ditambahin ied. Jadi kalau terakhirnya y, huruf Y, kata kerjanya pakai Y, di belakangnya ditambahin IED. Contoh, cry itu kan CRY. Y-nya diganti, jadinya jadi cried. Apalagi fly, Y-nya dibuang, digantinya IED, jadinya flight. Ya. Terus kapan dong kita pakainya ID atau kita pakainya D aja? Kapan pakainya tambahin ED, kapan tambahin D aja? Kalau tambahin ed, id, itu kalau belakangnya ada konsonan, huruf mati, t, k, gitu ya. And tambahinnya ed. Tapi kalau di belakangnya vokal, a, i, u, e, o, kita tinggal tambahin d aja. Waste jadinya wasted. Oke, jelas ya? Next.
Spied and replied. But the pronunciation of these simple verbs is not quite that simple. But that's okay. We're going to spend some time today going over 3 simple rules that you need to remember to help you pronounce these verbs correctly. But before we get started, I'm going to ask you a question. Have you subscribed to the English channel yet? Yes? Awesome! All you need to do is hit that red button just down there. Oh, and one more thing. If you haven't watched my lesson about irregular verbs yet, I'm going to put it up here for you. Since we're talking about regular verbs in this lesson, it will be helpful to compare the pronunciation between regular verbs and irregular verbs. So check it out after you watch this lesson. Okay, past tense regular verbs. So for regular verbs, the form is the same in the past simple and the past participle forms. Handy, right? The first thing that you need to know is that there are actually 3 different ways to pronounce the ed at the end of a past tense verb. 3. Id, d, and t. The good news is there are 3 simple rules to remember that will help you to pronounce these words correctly. Firstly, ed can be pronounced as id. So this is an unstressed vowel sound, and it creates an extra syllable which is always unstressed. So the sound is short and it's low in pitch. And it's pronounced like this when the regular verb in its infinitive form ends in a T or a D sound. Need becomes needed. Last becomes lasted. Plead becomes pleaded. Accept becomes accepted. Waste becomes wasted. And wait becomes waited.
Here, you just learn how to pronounce, how to say it. Bagaimana teman-teman ngomongnya. Ya, jadi id itu terakhirnya kita bisa baca pakai belakangnya id atau the atau the. Jadi kalau need jadinya needed. Ada it-nya di belakang. Last, lasted. And so on. Waste, wasted. Accept, accepted. Jadi ada ed-nya. Next.
Okay, so these ones are kind of simple. The extra unstressed vowel sound makes them quite easy to pronounce. Waited, needed. The other 2 ways to pronounce the past tense regular form don't include that vowel sound, which means that it doesn't create this extra syllable, and it does create a cluster of consonants at the end of the word. And as many of you know, a cluster of consonants, that's a group of consonants, can often be really quite difficult to pronounce. So let's take a closer look. When a verb in its infinitive form ends in a voiced consonant sound, we pronounce the ed at the end of the word as d. Not id, but d. D, d, d. There's no vowel sound there, right? But what's a voiced consonant sound? I can hear you asking. Well, I've already got a lesson that explains this in as in vet, z as in zoo, w as in well, as in new, as in mum, as in sing, the at the end, as in this, as in vision, and j as in jam. Right, so if the infinitive verb ends in one of these sounds, then the ed is pronounced as d. Allow, ending in the voiced consonant sound, becomes allowed. Not allowed. No. This is a really, really common error. It's not allowed, but allowed. It's not sailed, but sailed. Waved, rained, rubbed, loved, gazed, judged.
Okay, so just now you just see this one, yeah, I beg it here. Oh, okay, sorry. Okay, let's do it again. Here,
Judged. Okay, so a quick note on my Australian accent. In Australia, rained, rubbed, loved, gazed, judged.
okay. So here, still you add ed, but this is how you say it, how you said it, and then how you read it. Jadi bukannya allow jadi allowed kayak yang tadi dibilang, tapi allowed belakangnya pakai the, sailed, waved, rained. Jadi cuma cara ngomongnya aja, tapi tetap ditambahin ed. Kapan sih kita bacanya pakai d? Kalau yang belakangnya ada w, ada l, yang tadi udah dibilang. Oke? Next.
Okay, so a quick note on my Australian accent. In Australia, we don't pronounce the final R consonant sound when it follows a vowel sound. So this is the same for standard British English pronunciation. You can learn more about the differences in accents in this video here, where I talk about the differences between American and British English. But this difference in pronunciation, it doesn't affect the pronunciation rules for past tense regular verbs, because vowel sounds are also voiced sounds, just like the sound. So regardless of whether you pronounce the or not, the ed will be pronounced as a d sound, like feared and feared. That's again my excellent American accent. But this also means that if a regular verb ends in a vowel sound, like spy, for example, then the ed is pronounced as a d as well. Spied, not spied. Okay, rule number 3. When a verb in its infinitive form ends in an unvoiced consonant sound, we pronounce the ed as a t. So not id, not d, but t, 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 t. So that is an unvoiced sound. So again, there's no vowel sound. It's a single consonant sound that is added to the end of the infinitive verb form. So some of the unvoiced consonant sounds are the k in take, s in face, ch in watch, sh in wash, f in laugh. Now this can be a little tricky when the verb form already has a cluster of consonants at the end, like the sk in ask or the x in relax. So ask becomes asked, relax becomes relaxed. So these are a little tricky because they have a crazy group of consonants at the end.
So here is the way you say with the at the last. Jadi bukannya asked atau ask, tapi asked pakai the belakangnya. Relaxed ada the-nya. Jadi bukannya relaxed atau relaxed, tapi ada belakangnya pakai the. Relaxed, asked pakai the ya belakangnya.
That you've got to try
Next.
and get your tongue around. Okay, a quick review before we practice. If the verb in the infinitive form ends in the sound t or d, it's pronounced it. If the verb in the infinitive form ends in a voiced sound, then the ed is
Okay, grade 9. Now we will continue again, right? This is still on how you read it or on how you said it.
Judged. Okay, so a quick note on my Australian accent. In Australia, we don't pronounce the final R consonant sound when it follows a vowel sound. So this is the same for standard British English pronunciation. You can learn more about the differences in accents in this video here, where I talk about the differences between American and British English. But this difference in pronunciation, it doesn't affect the pronunciation rules for past tense regular verbs, because vowel sounds are also voiced sounds, just like the sound. So regardless of whether you pronounce the or not, the ed will be pronounced as a d sound, like feared and feared.
So here, meskipun ada R-nya, ada bunyi R-nya, tapi tetap bacanya ada ed-nya. Jadi kalau fear, kata dasarnya fear ditambahin ed, kita tetap bacanya feared atau feared. Walaupun ada R-nya, tapi tetap D-nya yang kebaca. Okay? Next, I will give this video link in your GCR so you can learn more about this video later on. Next, we continue to the next page. Okay, so after you observe that video, and then now take down the notes. Take down the notes is about the news, the articles that I already gave you about past tense, yeah, especially. Okay, this one is the article. In your book, it is classic news at page 16. Okay, basically you just match the picture with the sentence with the article below, and there you will see the past tenses. Di situ dikasih tahu kalau past tense itu terjadinya sebelum waktu yang sekarang. Jadi kalau misalnya kita ada di X-nya itu, di point X. Nah, kalau past tense-nya itu sebelumnya, itu ada di B-nya. Okay. As the exercise, you can do practice 4 and practice 5. Okay. Next. Hope you can complete that one, because later on I will give this one in your PTS. PTS-nya ada soalnya. Oke, next. Kurangin distract. Jadi benar-benar kalau mau belajar namanya tenses harus ada lesson distraction. Jadi nggak ada distraction sama sekali. Kurangin. And then read about the news yang tadi Miss Sulis bilang, and then observe about the use of the past tense. Lock your phone away. Okay. And don't forget to ask your parents, or you can ask me. Next. Ini dia yang namanya past simple sama past continuous. Okay. Kalau past simple sama past tense sama aja ya. Jadi kalau yang namanya past tense, kita cuma pakainya pakai bentuk kedua aja. Tadi tuh pakai id itu. Ada so. Kalau kalau past continuous ada were sitting. Kalau continuous pasti pakai ing. Pakai to be-nya was atau were. Ini namanya to be ya, were gitu ya, atau was itu namanya to be. Dipakainya kapan? Kalau subjeknya nih yang di depan ini Terry and Susan. Kalau dua atau lebih dari satu pakainya were. Kalau cuma satu orang aja pakainya was. Oke. Jadi past tense itu pada saat past tense terjadi, sebelumnya sudah terjadi sesuatu dan berlanjut sampai ada si past tense namanya past continuous. Oke. Next. After you read the grammar and watch the video, let's study this passage. Page 19. Oke, let's see. Nih, dia nih, page 19. Tadi kan ada yang namanya past continuous, ya kan? Ada was sama were ditambah bentuk ing. Nah, kalau ini pakai past tense sama continuous. Oke. Contohnya gini, kalau di buku teman-teman itu artikelnya sama, judulnya Admiral's Paradise Island, tapi bacaannya beda. Oh sama, bacaannya sama, cuma gambarnya aja beda. Oke. Miss Sulis sudah kasih beberapa contoh di sini. Ada after being, ada 3 months, ada has finally reached, ada after landing, ada claim, name, a lot of plans, living, sama with, made. Itu teman-teman bisa categorize, bisa kategoriin masuknya kemana nih? Ke adjective, ke numbers, third forms, atau ke ing forms. Semua itu merupakan bentuk adjective, merupakan bentuk sifat. Ya kan? Sifat itu adalah menerangkan si bentuk noun, bentuk bendanya. Oke? Nah, di bukunya teman-teman itu juga ada latihannya sama persis sama seperti di sini. Nah, sekarang kita bahas yang ada sentence builder-nya. Masih di halaman 19, still at page 19. Di situ ada sentence builder-nya, ada after sama ada before. After udah tahu ya, after itu sebelum, before itu sesudah. Di sini ada 2. After Columbus landed sama after landing. After Columbus landed on the island sama after landing on the island, Columbus claimed it for Spain. After Columbus landed on the island, he claimed it for Spain. Before Columbus left the island, he gave the native presents. Before leaving the island, Columbus gave the native present. Keduanya beda ya kelihatannya, tapi artinya sama. Hanya bedanya yang satu setelah after ada bendanya dulu, baru ada verbnya. Kalau yang kedua setelah after langsung gerund. Oke, gerund itu kata kerja ditambahin ing. Ya, jadi after landing. Sama before juga gitu. Kalau abis before ada bendanya, pakainya bentuknya bentuk kedua. Kalau before abis itu ditambahin gerund, langsung aja before bentuk ing. Sama persis artinya. Oke. Next. Nah, ini ada finding news. Sepertinya gambarnya beda. Teman-teman bisa buka di halaman 20, page 20. Oke. Tapi sepertinya conversation-nya juga beda. Ya. Intinya di sini adalah about speaking-nya, asking for news. Di bukunya teman-teman itu ada yang namanya how is it going? How are things? How did everything go? Sama not very well, I'm afraid, not bad, pretty good really, it was a nightmare. Jadi gini, kalau nanyanya tentang how is it going? How are things? How did everything go? Teman-teman reply-nya atau jawabnya bisa dengan kata-kata not very well, atau I'm afraid, atau not bad, atau pretty good really, atau it was a nightmare. Ya, jadi asking itu nanyain kabar, nanyain keadaan, replying itu cara jawabnya. Yang kedua ada reacting. Bagaimana kita react, bagaimana kita react ya, memberikan pendapat gitu. Tentang suatu berita atau tentang suatu kabar. That's a pity. Great. I'm sure it wasn't that bad. I'm sorry about that. Don't worry about it. Oh no. Never mind. It will be better next time. Jadi misalnya teman-teman dengar kabar nih. Udah dengar belum kabarnya? eh si ini kan kemalingan. Oh, that's a pity. Kita bisa bilang kayak gitu. And you know what? I got the first place in that competition. Oh, great. Oke, jadi kita bisa pakai kata-kata itu untuk reply atau untuk react on something, on news. Oke. Tapi di sini yang paling penting adalah tentang bagaimana kita menjawabnya itu dengan berbagai cara. Ada yang tadi atasnya ada not very well, atau I'm afraid, atau don't worry about it, oh no. Itu cara jawab itu yang teman-teman harus synchronize, yang harus teman-teman padankan, selaraskan dengan berita yang teman-teman dengar. Oke. Contoh di bukunya teman-teman at page 20, you can see the sample there by reading the news so you can find how you react atau how you reply on that news. Oke? Kayaknya ini sudah jelas nih. Nah, benar kan? So, I will give you the link of the video in your GCR and also this material. And next time we will learn about the everyday listening. I will give you the audio for you to listen, for you to study, and for you to react, to give the reply to ask or maybe to react of the news. Okay? So learning from home can be difficult, but it is definitely achievable. Gak mungkin lah, itu bukan hal yang tidak mungkin. Oke? Jadi benar-benar bisa dilaksanakan. So stay healthy, stay fit, keep a distance, and enjoy your day. Bye-bye. Thank you so much. Wassalamualaikum.